There's this thing nobody really warns you about when starting to make YouTube videos. It isn't the tech. It's not the thumbnails. It's not even the algorithm. It's the mental side of things. That's the part that can really mess with you. And it's probably the biggest reason I haven't posted anything lately. It's all been a major mindfuck. But what I found out recently changed how I look this whole thing. And that's what I want to share with you today. Now, before I dive in, if you've ever hit a wall with your own content, drop a comment down below and just say, yep, been there. It helps more than you realize to know you're not alone in this. Now, when I first started posting videos, they were usually just off the cuff. It was just me driving, thinking out loud. It was messy, sure, but it felt real. It felt authentic. But as I started learning more about what we do here, the scripting, the editing, the lighting, the storytelling, I couldn't help but start to see all the flaws. Every video became this checklist of everything I'd messed up. All the things I could have done better, and it's overwhelming. It's literally mentally exhausting. The intention's good. You just want each video to be better than the last. But before you know it, you're not creating at all because it feels like nothing's good enough. That's kind of what happened to me. I wanted to shift from just talking to being more intentional, doing more scripted stuff, something that had a clear point, better structure. But as soon as I did, I got too deep in my own head. If you've ever overthought a project to death, hit that like button. That's basically a universal sign for, yeah, same. Anyway, I'll tell you what finally broke that cycle for me. But first, let me show you how deep it actually went. I thought that trying to write a real script would make things easier. A video that was clearer, more organized, just really clean. And instead, my brain, it just short-circuited. I sit there trying to write and just ended up staring at the page. Was I saying too much? Not enough? Did my points even make sense? How do you turn all that into a story? In the end, my natural flow was gone because I was trying to be perfect. And that perfection thing, it's a poison. So instead, I tried doing something new that literally flipped the script. Instead of sitting down and writing every word from scratch, I started by talking first. I know, check it out. Here's what I did. I'd open a note app that records and transcribes my voice, and then just talk, like open-ended, no filter, no mental blocks, just get it all out. Random as hell at times. But afterwards, I take that messy text and start shaping into something that makes a little bit more sense. That way I keep the natural rhythm of how I think and speak. I can still tighten it into a script that works for me. And actually, I did that for this video. And yes, I'm actually reading it from a teleprompter. Look, if writing scripts feels overwhelming or short-circuits your brain like mine does, give this a try. Just talk it out first. You might find your best ideas come when you stop trying to sound so smart. But here's the thing. Fixing how I script wasn't the biggest shift. Before I get into that, just a quick warning. This next part might sound weird because it's where I'm actually going to go against a lot of YouTube advice. You see, the real change came when I looked at why I was making the videos in the first place. Literally, what am I doing here? That's the part that's been messing with me lately. Look, I've got two channels. This one, well, the one you're watching, this is the experiment. This is the learning out loud space. Its purpose is to help others new to YouTube trying to figure this whole thing out. So yeah, ultimately, I'm hoping it'll be a larger audience than my main channel. More people actually paying attention and learning. Here, subscriber counts, they actually matter. And, you subscribing right now would mean the world to me, so thank you. But now over my main channel, that's different. That's my coaching space. That's personal. There, I'm not worried about building a huge audience, actually. I'm not even really worried about getting monetized. I just want to find a core group of people who really resonate with what I have to offer, who see themselves in what I talk about and are there for the message, not the hype. But all those gurus out there, everything they teach is built around scale. More reach, more views, more numbers. And while there's nothing wrong with that at all, if your goal isn't to gain 100,000 subscribers, and everyone keeps saying that's the only thing that matters, well, you start to wonder if what you're doing is getting you anywhere. It adds pressure you don't even need, and honestly, it sabotages your headspace. I have to actively remind myself that the 88, well, now 89 subscribers on my main channel actually watch what I post. And that means more to me than what 10,000 subs could. Only a few watched. I am curious, what's your goal here on YouTube? Are you chasing growth or building connections? Let me know in the comments. I love seeing how people define success for themselves. Now, you want to know the craziest part of this? Once I defined my own success and stopped tripping over the guru advice, the pressure lifted. I actually started creating again. But here's the thing, and don't skip this part. It could be the difference between giving up or finding your success. Because even when you're aware of that pressure, that mental side, it still hits hard. Let's be real, you're going to check your analytics. Can't help yourself. And when you see a 2% click-through rate and people dropping off after 30 seconds, suddenly feels like you're failing. And now you have proof. You start to second-guess everything. Your topics, your tone, your face, your voice, all of it. And before long, you become paralyzed. That's where most creators stop. And you can scroll through YouTube and find thousands of channels with only 20, 30, maybe 50 videos. They hit that mental wall and they never came back. Honestly, I could have been one of those channels. I almost was. But then I remembered every new thing in life starts that way. Clumsy, confusing, full of doubt. Every job I've ever had, every field I've ever stepped into, I didn't know what I was doing at first. I figured it out, and eventually I did. But only because I kept going. You see, the difference with YouTube is there's no paycheck waiting for you at the end of the week. You're doing a lot of work, you're learning in public, and nobody is paying you to do it. That takes a different mindset. And it's hard, especially when you see those videos saying, I got monetized in 2 weeks. Most of those people have already been doing this for years. Don't buy into the hype. They've had the reps, the audience, the experience, and that's why they could do it so quickly. They just started a new channel. You can't compare chapter 1 for you to chapter 30 for them. If you want to make this work, you've got to accept the quiet parts, the long parts, and the no view parts. You've got to keep going long enough to find your rhythm. It won't be easy, and that's okay, because anything worth having doesn't come easy. But when you finally figure it out, you know you've earned it. And that's the reminder I keep telling myself. And that's part of why I'm making this video. A reminder to keep going, keep learning, and don't get lost in the metrics. If any of this is hitting home, if you're still figuring out how to stay consistent, how to keep your head on straight while you build, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Drop a comment. Tell me where you're stuck. What's tripping you up the most right now? I'm still figuring it out. And honestly, that's what this channel is all about. Sharing the process in real time. So if you're learning YouTube like me and you want to see how this all plays out, hit that subscribe button and stick around. We'll figure it out together. One messy video at a time. Remember when I said I figured out something that changed how I look at this whole thing? Ultimately, this isn't about learning YouTube. It's about learning yourself through the process of YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.